how much does it cost to start selling on Amazon using the online arbitrage model? Now, I'll be honest with you, it's not zero, but it's way more reasonable than any other business you could start. Unlike private label or wholesale, where you have to invest tens of thousands of dollars and go really deep on inventory before you've even tested whether a product sells or not, with Amazon arbitrage, you just need a few things to get up and running. No insane overhead. So today I'm going to be walking you through every single cost, the account, your software, your inventory, and also the optional stuff. And I'm going to give you a running total as we go so you know exactly where you stand. Then at the end, I'm going to show you a discount cheat code that puts money back in your pocket every single order you place. So the first thing you need to do is set up a Seller Central account itself. It's a $39.99 monthly plan, and it's very important that you get set up with the professional plan. And to be very honest with you, $40 is nothing compared to what you're getting. That account is your access pass to over half the US population shopping on Amazon. We're literally talking 150 plus million buyers who are already on the platform, already searching for products, and you're not building an audience from scratch. The customers are already going to be there for you. So when you sign up for Amazon, they give you two options. They give you the opportunity to become an individual seller or professional seller. Skip individual, you can't scale on it, you're not going to be able to make sales on it, and you'll be capped on what you sell. So you want to get set up with that pro account from day one. Now, a lot of people stall right there for weeks because they think they need a LLC, a business bank account, or even an EIN before they even sign up for this account. And as an arbitrage seller, you don't need any of this. You could actually register as an individual using your driver's license, using your personal bank account and your credit card. It takes around 24 hours to get verified. Sometimes it happens overnight. And one thing I want to note is you might get declined your first time on selling on Amazon. That actually happens to a lot of people, but it's really not that big of a deal. You're just going to send over whatever proof they ask you, whether that be a utility bill or a bank statement. And then from there, they'll approve you on the second pass. So currently the running total right now is $40 per month. Now, the next thing is the software. And there's two essential tools you need. Both are non-negotiable to sell on Amazon. The first one is Keepa. The second one is Seller's Amp. Together, they run about $41 a month. Now, Keepa is around $19. Seller's Amp is around $22. Here's why they matter. In most businesses, you're guessing what you're going to sell. Now, with Amazon, the data already exists. You just need the right tools to read it. So to get this set up, it's pretty straightforward. All you want to do is come to sellersamp.com, and you're going to want to start the free trial. And when it comes to the best plan for you, you could just get started with the most basic plan since you're a complete beginner for $19.99 per month. Once you get that set up, you'll have the ability to log into Seller's Amp to be able to determine what products are good and what products are bad. There's not that much that goes into setting up Seller's Amp. Once you have started the free trial, you'd be ready to start doing product research. Now, the next software you're going to need to install is going to be Keepa. What Keepa is going to do is it's going to show us the price history of a product. And all we're going to have to do is come over here to log in and register. And you're going to want to register. And one thing to note is that Keepa is free. But what you need is the pro subscription. You could just get that by going to subscriptions and signing up for the $29 a month subscription with Keepa. This is a necessity in order to do product research. You cannot do product research and find profitable products without this software. If you pay yearly, it only comes out to around $19 per month. And those are going to be the two softwares you need. Now add that $41 to our $40 a month account, and we're at $81 monthly. Now, I'm not going to be the one that tells you you could make money on Amazon without inventory. You need products to sell, but you're not required to have such a big budget at the start. And here's the thing, inventory really isn't a cost the way the others are. Your $40 account and your $41 a month software, that money is gone every single month. But inventory is different. The money you put into inventory comes back to you plus profit of whatever those products sell. So don't think about it as an expense, think about it as fuel. And with online arbitrage, you're not spending 10, 20, 30K to get that fuel. That's the whole reason this model works. Now, I often tell people, drop a couple $1,000s on inventory in your first 30 days, especially if you have that kind of disposable cash sitting around. Because at a 50% ROI, which we really website should be targeting at that type of spend with every single product. An investment of $5,000 turns into about a $2,500 profit, or roughly around $10,000 in sales monthly for your real first month of getting started selling on the platform. Now, if you could only put up 500 at the start, that's completely fine. It just means that it may be slower to build up, and maybe your first month you would do around $1,000 in sales instead of $10,000. But it's the same process, just with smaller numbers. And one thing to keep in mind is don't go dumping all your capital into one product. Spread it across 10, 15, 20 different types of products, because your goal in month one isn't to win big on one single item. It's to get reps and figure out what works in the future. And this isn't passive income either. You're sourcing products, sending in shipments, and learning the platform. So it is a real business that rewards effort. And if you're not willing to put in the time, the inventory is not turning into money on its own. Now, with that out of the way, we're looking at $81 per month in cost for running your account and the software. And in case you just want to test things out, you could drop at least $500 on inventory, or maybe even a little bit more. So now you're looking at bare minimum $581 in total cost. Now, once you got that inventory, you have to prep it. Labels, polybags, boxes, tape, because Amazon won't take that otherwise. There's a very specific way you need to prep this inventory to get it into Amazon in the first place. Now, there's really two ways you could handle this. Either number one, you could prep all the inventory at your house for a one-time cost of $50 for a thermal label printer and basic packaging, which pays for itself within 2 months versus running to the post office every single week for labels. Or you could hire a prep center, which is what I recommend, where they take your inventory, they prep it for you, and they ship the inventory directly to Amazon. Now, that's gonna cost around $1 to $2 per unit. So every 100 units you buy, that's gonna cost you around $100 to $200 a month in shipping fees. My personal opinion is you want to outsource that prep as soon as possible, so you're not stuck shipping out packages every single week. So when we add that to our total, that's gonna bring us to around $681 to start this business from completely scratch. If you go down the prep center route, then you're still at $81 a month, but you're just paying $1 to $2 per unit you send into that prep center. Another optional cost at the start is just setting up your LLC. Now, you don't need this at the start because, like I mentioned earlier, you could literally run everything through personal accounts on Seller Central as an individual, and that works completely fine. That's honestly what I recommend. But once you cross over $50,000 in revenue, it really just makes sense to get an LLC start up. Now, to get an LLC set up, it's gonna cost you around $50 to $500, just depending on the state you're in, with most states falling between $50 to $200. And the business bank account is either going to be free or it runs you around $25 per month, just depending on the bank you go into. Now, the reason why you want to get one set up as you start doing consistent sales on the platform and hit that 50K target is just for liability protection, cleaner books, and easier taxes. But it's not a day one cost, and most people I teach don't bother with this, like I said, until they're at least at 4 to 5 figures a month with this business and it's pulling in real revenue numbers. So your fixed monthly cost is still around $81 monthly, because you're gonna wait till you get that LLC until you start bringing in some real revenue. Now, here's the play most beginners completely miss. A play that puts money back in your pocket on every single order. Every time you order or buy inventory from Walmart, Target, Nike, Kohl's, anywhere, you could stack cashback sites on top of the purchase for free. So let me take you into my computer and show you how to get that set up. Now, the 4 sites I use to get cash back and to make more margin is Rakuten, Top Cashback, Be Frugal, and also Top Capital One Shopping. And then there's this website called Cashback Monitor. Now, what these sites do is they give you the opportunity to get tax-free income every single time you place an order on one of these websites. So you could go to a site like cashbackmonitor.com, you could search up the site you're buying from. Let's say we were finding profitable inventory from Adidas, and we could see that Be Frugal is offering a 6% cash back on all Adidas products, right? Then we would proceed to purchase our inventory from Adidas and make an extra 6% back on margin. Now, let's just say annually we're spending $100,000 a year on inventory at a 6 to 10% return. That's an extra $6,000 to $10,000 in profit that you're able to generate, all tax free. Now,
To get this set up, all you have to do is you have to go to the Chrome Web Store. And when you're in the Chrome Web Store, you're able to search up the extensions that you need. So Capital One Shopping, they're going to have their own extension. If it doesn't pop up, you could just search it directly in Chrome and you can click on the first website. So this is going to be the first one. The second one is going to be Rakuten. The third one, like I said, is going to be Frugal right here. And then the fourth one is going to be Top Cashback, right? So all you do, download the Chrome extension, just how I have set up right here. And anytime you're going to place an order, go to Cashback Monitor, see what sites offer cashback. Some won't, some do, but this gives you a big advantage in terms of maximizing your margin as a seller.
So it's just a 5-minute setup, those 4 free extensions we mentioned, and you're stacking margin on every single order for life of this business. So really quick, you're around a $581 to start if you keep the inventory very small, or around $5,000 if you want to move very fast. Compare that to private label, where you're 25 to 50K deep before you even test your first product and before you even get your first sales, or even wholesale, where distributors won't even take your call under that kind of number. Now with arbitrage, you could start spending on a fraction of that, and on top of that, you could see what products are already selling on Amazon before you spend a single dollar on inventory. Now I'll be straight with you, doing this alone is hard, and most beginners burn months guessing because they don't have anyone walking them through this process in real time. That's exactly why I built Ecom Consulting, which is a coaching program that has a proven system with real accountability and direct access to me and my team. We work directly with people who are serious about this and not looking for a shortcut. So if that's you, you could fill out the form down below and see if we're a good fit. If that's not, you might want to check out my full blueprint on how to sell on Amazon and go from 0 to 10K a month as a complete beginner. Click the link right here and it will walk you through the exact step-by-step process, and I'll see you on the next one.